How's it going out there? Welcome from H2 Tech Videos. Today I'm going to be going over the Galaxy Gear, which is the Samsung smartwatch for beginners part 2. And in this video I want to get a little more in depth. In the first one we went into just the basic gestures, how to pair it up. Well, now I want to get into like how to really get fun with it, how to customize it, how to really get it to interact with all the things that you guys want to do. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to launch the Galaxy Gear app from your phone. So we're going to go to our settings and look for the Gear, Gear Manager. Okay, and we're going to open up the Gear Manager. If you don't have it, you want to download it from the Samsung App Store. Don't download it from the Play Store. Make sure you download it from the Samsung App Store. I forgot to mention that in the first video, but that's very important. So once you do that, I'm going to kind of run down this list of just the different options that are in here. This is how you really get in depth into the different features. So first of all, if we tap on clocks, and right now we have the analog clock selected. If we tap on the settings wheel, you can have it show the date on there as well. So if we tap that and then we go back, now it'll actually show you this little number right here, which is the day of the week, which is the 9th. So that's kind of cool. Again, you can only do that from the phone, not from the actual gear itself. Now the next thing is, let's say if we chose analog clock 3. If we go to settings, let's see, it's not this one. There's a couple of them that will let you change the colors. So like some of these, like the colors are orange. Huh. Maybe they took that away. But there was an option that would let you, hold on. Charge is getting a little low there. But we have our wireless charger. Just pop it right on there. And that comes in so handy. Okay. Let's see if we tap. Yeah, so they actually used to let you change like the color. Maybe it's in a different section, I'm not paying attention, but anyway, these are the available watches, but you can download other watches in the store, and we'll go over that in a little while. So let's go back, and we're going to go to My Apps. So this is like kind of all the apps that are currently on the Gear right now. So like when you swipe, all these different apps. So you can, turn off some things. You can turn off your call log or your contacts if you don't want to have as many apps in there. The cool thing too is you can change the order of how the apps show. So if you tap on this second option up here, right next to the trash can, but not the trash can, we can reorder the apps. So for example, let me tell you what apps you need to put closest. This is going to make your life so much easier. I had actually forgot how to do this, and so I always have to do all this extra swiping to get to the ones I use the most. But you really want to put the apps you use the most in the top order. So put the settings first. You're going to use that more than anything else. Settings first. For me, the next thing is probably the pedometer. And then probably the gallery. I never really use the media controller, and I don't really use the voice memo or S-Voice. So, but that's kind of the order I would put it in, and then hit done. And so now that they're in order, if we go to our gear, wait, we have to go back. Let's go back one more. And, oh, there it is. So the first thing you're always going to see though is your notifications, and right after that is going to be settings, then pedometer, and then everything else in that order. So that's kind of how you set the order. Now the funny part is at the end is going to be your contacts and your log, but I don't know. I would actually take the contacts and log off myself, because I've noticed I never really use those apps. You may end up using those in terms of, like, if you want to call someone, you need to tap contacts to look up someone. But I found that I don't really use that too much. I don't make a lot of calls from the Gear. I use it to pick up calls more so than, you know, call from it. You know, that's just kind of me. So anyway, but that's kind of how you reorder it. If you want to look for more apps for your Gear, you would go to Samsung Apps. And then these are just a couple right here. you do have some, these are like kind of like your categories. So we can go to clock and we can look for all the different watch faces that are available. So a lot more have been created since this product has been released. Let's just find one to install. This one's really elaborate, but we'll do that one right here. We're just going to tap free. That's going to install it, accept and download. So this is the cool part, is if you don't really like the watch faces that come with it, you can find ones you can fully customize to how you want it. And again, there's still not that many available, but there's more and more that are coming, especially since Samsung is releasing their new smartwatch in about a month. So we'll let this one download. And then basically what's going to happen is from there you would go to clocks, and it's going to be an option in your clock section. As soon as it downloads, you'll be able to pick it right from this list, and then you can make that your watch just by tapping the bubble next to it. So that's kind of how you download other watch faces and how you make that the main watch, and then just go back to the screen right here. Now you also have a Find My Gear setting, which is when you hit start, the gear will actually make a little bit of noise. So it's the same noise you hear when someone calls you. And then we'll just hit the red. So if you lose it, that's kind of how you find it. Now, with all these Find My Device type things, it has to be charged. So if it's dead, this isn't going to help you. But if you just kind of put it down and misplaced it, it is a quick way to find it. So that's pretty cool. We're going to go back. Now this is the most important section that I want to go over, because this is going to really determine your interaction with your gear, is setting your notifications. So make sure this is on, which should already be on anyway. We're going to tap on notification, and here you can tell it which apps that you want to alert you when it comes through your phone. But first and foremost, check this box which says preview message, because this again is really cool. When something pops up, it's going to automatically show a preview of the message. If that's not checked, you'll just see a picture of the icon, like I would just see that little call icon, not actually the details. So you want to have that box checked. Now I don't have this calendar checked for myself because I use a different calendar, so I unchecked that. Emails, I get a ton of emails, and frankly emails can end up being annoying because in your wrist it's just vibrating all day as you keep getting new emails. If you don't get a lot of emails, then I would say check that box, but if you do get a bunch, then I wouldn't have that turned on because it'll bug you, it'll annoy you. Incoming calls, definitely want that on. Missed calls, messaging. The weather, you can have that on, blah blah blah. Here's going to be the best part. If you go to more notifications and turn this on, you can actually get notified from any app on your phone now. So if we tap on more notifications, we'll go through our list and we'll say, okay, which apps are the most important ones that I want to be notified if they're sending something to my phone. So the first one I would say is my business calendar app, because that's the calendar app I use for all my appointments. So I want to be notified with that. The next thing I would say is I play this game, this domino game, and it always sends me a notification when it's my turn to play. So the cool thing is now when it's my turn, it's going to pop up on my watch to let me know it's time to play. Dropbox is cool if you have a lot of people sending you things and you just kind of want that alert to know about it. I would check that box. I don't use it too much. Facebook, of course. Gmail, that's another one like the email one. In fact, I'm going to turn my Gmail one on actually. What else? Hangouts. Hangouts is like the text messaging app. I actually use this instead of the text messaging app, but for all you guys it isn't an option, but I'm going to have that one checked. As well as Instagram. You can find out when people like your pictures or comment, or when people add you as a friend. That's probably it. Now this is an app I use for school called Blackboard. So it'll let me know when teachers post things, and I can kind of see on my watch, like, oh cool, this teachers post something, I can go check it out. Facebook Messenger, and that's about it. my Facebook page manager for my H2 Tech. I want to know when people are liking and posting. Skype, if you use Skype a lot, you can have it let you know if someone's calling you. And looks like that's about it. Voicemail, that's a good one. Let you know when you have new voicemails. Vine, if you're a big Vine person, you may want to have that one checked too. Words with friends, if you want to find out when it's your turn. Ymail, when you get new emails, it'll pop up. So, you know, this is a really to each their own type of section, because it's really about the apps you use the most. And let me just kind of share where a lot of this stuff is going to make the most sense. When you're in a place when you don't want to, like, people to just see you constantly checking your phone every 2 seconds, this is when the gear really comes in handy. I'm a student, so when I'm in class, I don't want to pull my phone out every 5 minutes. So my gear really lets me know, okay, my phone is vibrating because someone just sent me an email. Okay, I don't have to look at that right away. Someone sent me a text that said, okay, see you soon. Cool, I don't have to respond to that. So having the gear really cuts down on how often you have to use your phone, because it's just letting you know a lot of the stuff that's not urgent. Whereas if someone calls, it's actually going to show up on the screen, and then you can answer it or you can decline it, but at least you know who's calling. You don't have to pull your phone out to check just to see who's calling you. Okay, so that's why I found it so useful. It just, you know, if I'm in class, if I'm in a meeting, if I'm talking to someone really important and I don't want to be rude, it's one thing to look at your watch opposed to like keep pulling your phone out and say, oh, I'm listening, go ahead, I'm listening, go ahead, when you can just look at it right from your gear. So now we're going to hit the back button, and now that all those are set, we'll go back again, and we have our settings down here where you can kind of set a few other cool things, and this will be kind of the last thing we go over. Use your gear to unlock your mobile phone. I don't really use that feature, and I'm not too familiar with it, so I'm going to pass over that one. Relay is a really cool feature. So it says view content from your gear on your mobile phone by picking up your device. So basically, if you get a notification on your gear, if you pick up your phone and turn it on, it'll automatically send what you're looking at on the gear right to your phone. So I always have that one turned on. That's a really cool thing. So you see it on the gear, pick up your phone, it automatically takes you right to what you're looking at on the gear on your phone. Turn that on. Wake up gesture is kind of cool. So this is when your gear is on your wrist, if you flick your wrist like this, then usually it'll wake up the gear and show you the time. It's not 100% accurate, but it works most of the time. So let's say your wrist is like this, you flick it, that motion sends a message to the gear, so it'll actually show you the message on your wrist. So another cool thing there. Unknown sources. This is something where you can actually download some third-party apps for the gear. I haven't really dabbled a lot into that, so I'm not going to have you check that for now, but that might come in later videos. So, you know, we can go back, and that's pretty much it. There's so much more to this watch, but again, I just wanted to go over the really basic beginner stuff for you guys, just so you can know how to set it up and how to get it customized to your liking. More videos will be to come, so just stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, favorite, and share the video, as well as subscribe to H2 Tech videos, and have a good one.